Hey! Oh, hi Panda. Did you follow me down here? What are you doing? That's my puppy. Our puppy, I guess I should say. Uh, I thought it'd be fun. Did you hear that big old sneeze? I'm trying to make a video.
Come here. I ain't seen you for a little bit. Hi. Oh.
Go gadget arm. Okay. Anyway. I just thought it'd be a good idea to do this. Because this is going to be funny. Because I'm such fucking retard. There's been like all sorts of like crazy stuff happening. And I know it's going to be... Oh, I could just like hardly stand it. And that's what I'm making this for now. Just to watch again in like maybe a year or something. I don't know how long it'll be, but something like that probably. Yeah, this is crazy. Because everything is like changing and getting nuts. People are doing crazy things. They're like people that I know. This is so funny. But like people that I know that I wouldn't have thought of like in a million years, like splitting up and shit. Like, it's crazy. I think people just, I think everybody knows. Like, I think, and what's crazier is like, is seriously, God, like, you gotta be nuts these days to not see what's going on, right? Like, holy shit, man. Like, this isn't even fun anymore. Like, whenever I started in 2012 doing this stuff on YouTube, I mean, yeah, I mean, there was some of it was, I mean, not really, but I mean, some of it was kind of, you know, far-fetched or didn't really seem possible. I mean, there were some things, but I kind of feel like everything is out in, I think, by October 2018. Because, yeah, okay, so the stock market crashed again, 832 points today. So 832 points today in October. 1,175 points 8 months ago. So we've had two bigger crashes point-wise, two bigger crashes than we've ever had, period, in the history of the stock market in 1 year. And everyone's just like, oh yeah, things are going to be fine. Remember, I've even been saying that since, like, that happened in February. That, hey, you know, this is that moment that supposedly would happen in 2007 when there was a huge crack, being that crash that happened in February this year where everybody's like, hey, pay attention, man, things aren't cool. And everybody back in 2007 were like, yeah, everything's fine. And then it crashed now, or a year and some change later. So I've been saying that since that happened, and here we are again. This was a bigger crash than 2008, and I don't want to hear about, well, we were trading at 9,000 points then. Or, shut up, stupid, shut up. God. I mean, are you just going to defend these pedophiles until the Titanic sinks, man? Like, that's what's unreal. Oh. I don't have a job. I'm in a lawsuit. Like, all this crazy stuff. Like, how did that happen? Jeez. It's been so much fun. Ever since that fucking Aquarius alignment, everything's just been nuts. It's been great. Never been in a lawsuit before. Like, apparently, I ain't really, I mean, I was going to do it anyway. I knew I had something, right? Like, I knew I had something. Of course I did. I'm not a retard. I knew I had something. So I was like, well, let's just see what happens for fun. You know, like, well, just, and the next thing you know, I'm in, and this is going to be fun where I don't do anything, and then I get money at the end of it. Well, that's neat. So I get an unemployment too, so that tells you even the state was like, that wasn't right what happened to you. Yeah, no shit. God, I'm not even... Oh yeah, that was another reason why I want to do this too. I don't know when that'll get around, But just to let you guys know, because you're probably going to see this, so I can't imagine, I don't know. Look, man, I hear everything. So if I hear you saying something, I'm going to hear you say it. So if I hear you saying something, you're going to, whatever I'll say it to you like this, because you guys are dumb. You're dumb as shit. I know you're dumb as shit. So whatever you say about me, I'm going to come to you, because I know where you work. I'm going to come to you, and you're going to say whatever you said about me to my face. That's all there is to it. You know me. You know, look where we are. So you know me. You know I'm going to do it, but do it anyway. You guys are retards, so go for it. But I'm just telling you, it's not a warning or anything. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. Whatever you say behind my back, I will hear about it like I've already heard everything else, and then I'm going to come in there, and then you're going to say everything to me, to my face. And whatever happens then, whatever, I don't know. Care? I got time for anything after that. Because we all know that conversation ain't going to take place. And let me ask you something else. Let me ask you this too. Red Prophet, huh? Okay, well, let's see. I predicted that one of y'all would be in jail, and now you are. And, and then, like I said, you guys are so stupid. You got arrested for the same thing, 3 weeks ago? 8 months later? So let me ask you this. Okay, so let me ask you this. Are we just, because we're just that delusional now, we're just that deranged? So like, hypothetical here. So I'm around the St. Louis area. So if I say, like, tomorrow, okay, let's say there's a baseball game tomorrow, and I say Cardinals are going to win, because I even said this. I said, you're all going to be arrested for this, whatever. I mean, down to the detail. So if I say tomorrow, Cardinals win 10-0 against the Cubs or whatever, right? And they win. So I'm right, but am I still just Red Prophet, big loser or something stupid like that? And so then and then I say, like, it's gonna happen again, and then it happens again exactly how I say it. It's gotta clean you and you motherfuckers and your redheaded shit. You know where that comes from too. So I love you, can't stand it, man. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I used to hate it growing up, being a redhead. Fuck that, man. That shit's great. Oh, you motherfuckers just hate me for it. Just hate me for it right off the bat. That one douchebag that's on here, Raw Christ, that guy, he's probably watching this too. I came on video because I try to, like, at least once a year. He came whenever I was on video. This was like a year. Was it last year or the year before? I don't remember. Who cares? But I remember him coming on here, and he was one of the guys who actually. That's all he say is like, "Oh, look at you, redhead. What are you, a Jew or a lawyer too, or something like that?" And this guy is a felon. He's a convicted felon. And I was like, yeah, I am a lawyer. And I was the one that was there that got you your sentence that day. Don't you remember? Sad clown face. Dum-dums. Cheese and rice. But anyway, all this awesome stuff's happening. And it just keeps getting better and better. You know, now I'm going to be on this radio show, which is going to be totally cool here pretty soon. Whenever, you know, I got to get ready to do that. That's going to be neat. I'm doing this cool thing. I want to be I'm going to be playing in Vegas here on the 28th. Well, I know he's going out there on the 20th. I don't know when the thing happens, when the actual convention is or whatever. But I'm doing like this jingle and music for this inventor. This guy locally here is Eddie Horton is his name. He has his own auto store. He's an inventor and everything. So, and the guys that I'm hooked up with around here, they're some friends of mine. We're all doing the commercial for, and I'm gonna do the music for the commercial and everything. So that'll be interesting. That's going out in a few weeks. So that'll be cool. And he's an inventor, and it's what's really awesome is what he's got. I'm going to show everybody once it's done. He's basically like revolutionized brake pads, and he's actually got the interest of people in Canada. And I mean, he's already got the interest of everybody around here anyway. That's why he's going out to this convention. He's already really taken off as it is, but he's gotten the people. He's gotten some companies' attention in Canada, and they're wanting, I guess, meet up with them too and do this stuff too. So this guy's product might really seriously revolutionize the auto industry. It's awesome. They're brake pads that work better than the normal brake pads, but nobody wants, like, no big rich dummy wants to pick them up because no one wants to sell brake pads that last, 2 years, 3 years, I don't remember exactly how, like forever, as opposed to brake pads that break every 2 or 3, 6 months, you know what I mean? So he's doing it all on his own. Small town business guy, got his own place, big inventor, super smart, talented guy. And he's got 50 other inventions. And so he says this goes well. So it's badass. Like, that's cool. So also just a lot of cool opportunities I've had. I've had that other radio station, or record label, that called me and was real interested until I found out I wasn't a band, which I know. I don't care. So I'm doing this. That's the best part about all this. Like, we're just going to we'll find out. We'll just find out. If this place is still running in a couple years or a year or whatever it is, then we'll see. We'll just get ourselves straight up. I ain't gonna join nobody, but we'll get right involved in all this, and we'll prove this shit once and for all. Just excited. Like, I'm like so anxious all the time, and not a bad anxious, like just such a good anxious. Like, I just know that's why I'm doing this. That's why I want to make this video, because it's like, I know this shit's going to be badass. Like, all of it's going to be badass. Like, I know it's all going to work out. It's already, like, everything that's changing is for the better. It's looking awesome more and more and brighter, better and brighter every day. Like, these awesome opportunities that are coming out of nowhere. And to see that they hate me at the same time, it's so great. I got flagged and removed from Craigslist, which is total bullshit for no reason. I've been posting the same way there for months, and all of a sudden, nope, flagged and removed, don't like my shit. Twitter suspended me for absolutely no reason. And then one of the ones that really did bother me was I was on Indie Sound, which is like SoundCloud, and I was about to get 10,000 plays, and they removed me. They took me off the site. And I was so excited because on my Facebook page, I even posted whenever I made 5,000. I made 5,000 a few months ago. I think it was before the summer happened, or before the summer came on. And I took a screenshot, and now I was over 5,000, which I thought was great. And a few months later, I looked it up again, and I was like at well over 9,000. I'm like, holy shit! Like, I'm about to cross 10,000 plays on here, and I got all excited, and I was gonna make a big video, or not a video, but do another screenshot and just do a big thing on Facebook. I was really excited because there's 10,000 plays, man, on somewhere. And it got right up to like 96, 9,700. Then all of a sudden one day I logged on and it was taken off, removed, everything gone. No message, no notification, no email, nothing. And I went through their terms of use, and all that stuff didn't do anything wrong, nothing. The only thing I found is that they said they can pull stuff down without any notice if they find it offensive or any kind of shit like that. And it's amazing. What doesn't make any sense is that if you go on their page, like 10,000 clicks on 10,000 plays, that was one of their most popular songs that I could see on their front page. I went through like 50, 60, 70 songs. And there were only like, 7 or 8, 9, 10 out of those 50, 60, 70 songs that were even close to what that I had. But that's all I love it, it's every time they do that shit, you ain't gonna stop me. Nobody can stop this. Sorry. It's done. This is the times of their dreams will come true. That's what this whole thing with 2020 is. I saw someone the other day talking about that. It broke my heart, and they said, well, I'm not going to worry about this 2020 thing. There's nothing to worry about. Whenever this stuff falls apart and blows up and goes boom, it's the end and beginning. It's all this, it's done. It's whenever this stuff collapses, it proves it's all bullshit. Whether it's the monetary system, the medical system, the governments, the education, the school system, it's all bullshit. It's over. It's done. It's such a great thing, and this is contraction and expansion. This is a huge thing, and it will be. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be something. And I think it might not be the event, maybe not, but it will. There will be something. I haven't shown anybody anything yet, but I've done the research. It's insane. Like it's something. Something's going to happen, and it's going to be something in the government, if not a natural disaster, but something It's going to be something. And then I guess it'll be even bigger in 2021, and then maybe even bigger, but then it'll be done in 2024 when the Stargate will open or something. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it'll be in 2020, maybe in 2021. I don't know. But yeah, it's definitive proof. I can prove it. I just haven't showed you guys yet. It's one of those things. Whenever I was researching and I found it, where you're like, your body almost starts shaking. It's like, holy shit, this is gonna be amazing. Like, it's gonna be amazing. You know, it's so exciting. They've been talking about this for thousands of years, people. Like, it's going to be great. And I don't know how it's going to work, because I don't know if we lift up and the people who are that just don't get it, if they fall. But it's all happening at once as far as like the ascension goes. Because we're all here. It's like it's all in the same place somehow, as far as like it's all Earth, but it's all different dimensions. And the reason why I think that is because that's why I haven't been on that. I took that big break over the summer. Well, first of all, everything in my life was restructuring, and all this crazy shit's been going on. And I've been focused on, making this music and promoting and dealing with all these big opportunities and everything that's been happening. But I've been doing a lot of ancient history studying. And what I learned, which is I don't understand, but it's what happened. Like it's documented history, is that like 1600 BC. So you had Crete over in Greece, which wasn't actually Greece. It was ancient Greece was not actually, it wasn't called Greece. It was just like it was just a makeup of a bunch of different places that they just called ancient Greece. But it wasn't like it is now, where it's just like one country called Greece. It was like a whole collective. But there was Crete. The island of Crete was a literal paradise, okay? And then across the pond at the exact same time, you had Babylon. And Babylon was shit, because that place was where they were doing the Tower of Babel, trying to literally break into the gates of heaven. And that's where you even have that Hammurabi guy who's on the Supreme Court. And so that tells you, like, if that guy's face is on the government Supreme Court, that tells you what kind of douchebag and piece of shit that guy was, and what he believed in and all that kind of shit. Because that's all that Phoenician Saturn law stuff. But that was happening at the same time that literal paradise was going on in Crete. So you had, like, and Hammurabi is lost. So you had, like, lockdown, because that's what we're all expecting, right? Is this complete total lockdown of everything when it falls apart, martial law, Internet 2.0, meaning you have to have some sort of government license or something like that, and all that happening to use the internet. So videos like mine or anything that anybody makes won't be allowed, communist China and all that kind of shit. Obviously, that stuff was going on, but in another region of the world, things were great. You had women running around topless. There were no even fortress walls or anything built. There was a military, but it was literally there for just defense and defense only, not for command or conquest and destruction and conquering. It wasn't for that. And that was at the exact same time. So I don't know how it works. I don't know if we ascend and they fall and it's all in the same place and we're just all pushed because of natural disasters. Or not even that, because you have the whole thing with the sun and the cosmic rays and even the Fukushima radiation that I don't even know if the surface of this earth is going to be habitable in 15, 20 years. I really don't. I really, really don't. Because I think it's all there. And on top of it, you have the methane. The methane's just as bad as the cosmic rays. And even what's worse than all of that altogether, right? And with the sun, like the sun's changing. That's all there is to it. It's changing right before our very eyes. I don't think, actually, like I've said before, I don't think it's accurate. But it doesn't really matter, does it? It's going to affect us. It's changing. It's going to affect us whether it dies or it goes out or it just mutates or goes dim. Because it's even scientific documented fact. Whenever a long time ago, it's called the faint young sun paradox, where they say the sun was 70% dimmer than what it is now, way, way, way back when. So the shit happens. And they're currently saying that we're about to enter a record cold space age. So the sun is changing. That thing, whenever you see, I'm going to do this in another video. This is just what I think, of course. But that thing, those holes and those sunspots, that thing, whenever you see, it's a doorway to another universe. So when this thing is, you see these holes open up and you see these spots, This thing has opened before. The Bible even talks about it. All these cultures and civilizations have talked about this happening 1,000 times before. Even the Bible. The sun turns black like sackcloth. The sky rolls up like a scroll. It's whenever the Stargate opens, that thing opens up. It's so documented in just cultures and ancient history that thing is a Stargate, and it opens up. It's a doorway. But when you see these holes and these sunspots, these little spots, these black spots, that thing it's the gate opening and closing. That's what I think that is. It's opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing, and then eventually one of these days here real soon, 2020, 2021, 2024, whatever it is, it's going to open, it's going to fully open up, man, because take a look at that thing when it opens up sometimes, and tell me it don't look like a big freaking doorway. So that thing is just opening and closing, changing, mutating, taking different shape internally, opening and closing until it's going to just be one big black hole. And whatever's going to come through and go out. That's what I think. And they're saying with this stuff, I got off track there, but they're saying this stuff with these cosmic rays that are just, that are really cooking everything, making people crazy, making the weather worse, making the earthquakes, the volcanic activity, because it's all tied together. Because I think there's a sun inside the earth, just like there's a sun inside us, just like there's a sun outside there in the solar system. It's happening at it's decimating the planet, and it's happening faster than they predicted. And it's just getting worse. It's just accelerating. So our atmosphere is going to change, which is going to change the way we live, which is going to change the weather, which is going to change everything. And there's just nothing anybody can do about that. The past 10 years alone, I think are just... That's why everything is such a show. That's why Donald Trump came out and said, what was it, earlier this year or last year, and I even did the video on it, where he came out and said, you would be so bored if I was presidential. He has to be a show, man, because this stuff is happening all around him. I look at it every day, man. I watch the stuff every day. I look at the news. I look at the weather. And we are off by 10 to 15 degrees on a daily basis off the normal or off the average temperature. I go to the same the same local news website, and they post the normal or the average and where we are. And I'm telling you, every day for it seems like months now, we are like 10 degrees off the normal or average temperature. And so they have got to keep you from even realizing that your very weather is changing, and that is a big deal. What they say in the end of days, right? Famine, all that shit. Well, right, because the weather is going to destroy how the crops and the farming and the way that food's made and produced, and it's just like, wow, But yeah, I'm just so excited. Because I know the good things are coming to the people that have done what they're supposed to do. That's what this is. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And Saturn is karma. And so everything that you did before is going to be paid back to you. Really, honestly... And just seeing it in my family in general, like there's people that are just out of nowhere. It's not even the things that have been happening to me. It's just with my wife and her family, and just the stuff that it's just the people that are telling me things that are like, man, I'm thinking about splitting up. It's like, holy shit, man. I think people really do. I think they know. I really do. I think they know deep inside, and they're just like, fuck this, man. I just want to be happy with the little bit of time we have left. Because you got people completely taking me off guard saying I'm thinking about leaving. It's like, wow. It's cool, man. And I'm not trying to make, it's funny to me. It's real funny. And that's what's so funny, too, is that my nephew, because he kind of pays attention, he told me, because I was talking about the lawsuit last time he was over here, and he was like, yeah, but what good is the money going to do when everything is collapsed and the dollar's not worth the shit? And I said, I know, it's funny, isn't it? I was like, it's hilarious. I was like, isn't that funny? I think it's funny. I don't know. I think it's cool. I know it's not. It was never about the money. It's about proving this point. That's how this whole thing got started. I knew that I had something. Were you kidding me? God, and I'm gonna tell the whole story one day. I'm just still waiting to, I guess, find out what I can and can't say for legal reasons. Cause I don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. That was never the intention. The intention was just to be like, I done told you guys. You fucked with the wrong dude. I told you. I showed you 1,000 times. You didn't listen. So now this is happening. You know. I warned you. That's why. Have I not told you guys? Have I not told you for months? I said you're gonna get a show. What's happening inside me? I can't. There's nothing anyone can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. It cannot be. It cannot be stopped. It cannot be stopped. And it screamed last week. Let me out. Nothing I can do. If you watch the show, oh man, and it's so good. Jim Carrey, that guy, I swear, you know, I think we all, his new show, Kidding, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen on TV. And it is exactly like what that guy's going through. I swear, it's like what's happening to me is happening to that guy on that show. It's like I'm watching my life kind of play out through that show. It's amazing. And he said almost exactly what I just said to you. And I felt it for months. And it was on the newest episode, just this last Sunday when he said, I'm just like, see, no. Something real weird's going on. Because fucking Hollywood's making movies and TV shows about it. And saying word for word what I'm describing, what I can feel. I can tell you that much. So that's I'm coming. You just got to give me time. There's like a guy that I tell him he gets all, because he's got a lot riding on it. They need this stuff to pay the bills and everything. Whenever you don't have any kids and you have no student loans or no debt or anything, we have a really cheap mortgage, and that's all we have. So we're really awesome with money, and I'm getting unemployment and making money doing this stuff with the band and this commercial, and this guy said he's got 50 other inventions, so I got a feeling it's gonna be like steady work. So we're doing, and this has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. I mean, that place was awful, and this has been so great. But this guy that I'm all teamed up with, he needs this to pay his bills, and it's really, and I tell him, it's like, we just got to keep going, man. Look at all the stuff that's happening, dude. Like, I mean, people are buying the album, and they're buying the artwork, and they're buying the stickers. I mean, this is great. I mean, not much, but I mean, it's something. It's enough. It's just there to keep you to know that, like, keep going, man. Like, it's gonna be cool. Like, and that's why I'm telling you. Like, that's why I wanted to make this video, because I know it's gonna be great. I know it's all gonna be fine. I'm just like, But that's what I tell him. Like, that's what I tell him, is that there's nothing we can do about it, man. Just you do what you're doing, I'm doing what I'm doing, and this shit's gonna work. Like, we just keep believing, and he does. But it's the same thing with what we want. Like, I want it too, we just got to be patient. We can't speed that up. That's what the whole thing. This is the energy comes and these things happen whenever it can. It's the universe doesn't give a shit when you want what you want. You know what I mean? It pays you what you're due, and you get it whenever it's up to it, because it's all out of our hands. This is the whole, like, give Jesus the wheel sort of thing. And it's hard, because you just want to, like, It's exciting, though. It's so fun, and it's just, I can feel this moment. It's a turning point for everybody. I just hope everybody gets on board. There's nothing to worry about. This stuff will collapse. It will go boom. It will. I know, but I don't know how it works. I just feel like if you've got the faith and you've got all this stuff, and whether it's a rapture or whatever the case may be, I don't know how it works. It'll work out for you. I feel like it's happening to me right now. Maybe whenever a year from now and things are even better, I'll edit parts of this video out and say, like, remember when I said this? And then I can even show you, but I don't know. So I'm coming. Just I can't do it. I can't do. There's nothing. I can't do any more than what I'm doing. You know, I can't rush this. I was told specifically, let's not rush this. Mellow out, Tiger. Literally. You know, it's just it sucks, but we just can't rush it. Nothing can be rushed. It happens the way it's happening. That's the best. That's all we can do. Just keep believing. I think it's silly. One last thing I want to say is I think it's silly, everybody, with this whole calling Jesus, man. This stuff with these people with Yeshua, Hua, Ma'ua, Bua, Dua, Yahweh. How about this? How about we just call, this is what their names are. You know, my dad's name's Gary, but I call him Dad, right? So how about mom, dad, and brother? How about we not get caught up in the names? And how about father, mother, brother? How about we just say that? And we just say, hey, we love you. Hope you're doing okay. You guys ever ask about them? Like, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, brother, I hope you guys are doing all right. You guys doing okay? Jesus, because I know you're watching what I'm watching. You guys ever think about them? They love us. I know, I'm telling you. They do. So let's maybe not get caught up on names because we're just all one big family and we just father, mother, brother, huh? Just a thought. Okay. Good talk. I guess next time, later.